Oh, hello there. Haven't seen you there. You wanna be a good discipline priest in the upcoming TBC Anniversary service? You wanna be the GOAT? You wanna know different playstyles, different talent trees? You wanna know what race you should pick? You wanna know gems, professions? You wanna know everything? Stay with me. Stay in this video. I'm gonna keep it short though. I hate watching long guides and probably so do you. So, say hello to Yoshi, my little lizard. He's gonna accompany us. No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna put him back. I just wanted to let you see him. Yeah, let's hop right into it. Let's go. Let's start with a race question. I'm not a racist, but there are races that are better than others in World of Warcraft, alright? Don't get it twisted. Dwarves, undead, and night elf is what you want to pick. Choose one. I chose undead because it's just so good. But let me start with the dwarves. You got stone form. It removes bleeds, removes poisons, and gives you 10% extra armor for the duration, which is super good if you want to survive against warrior and rogue. You know. Hop into undead. You got Wool of the Forsaken. A 2-minute cooldown, fear and charm removal. That's OP AF. You should be playing undead, honestly. That's like S tier, okay? And we got Night Elf. You got Shadow Meld as a Night Elf. So if you see somebody casting Poly, if you see somebody casting Fear or whatever, you're just gonna get the fuck out of there, you know? You're just gonna cast Shadow Meld and woo, run around the pillar as fast as you can, you know? That's it for the races. Yeah, I'm not a racist. Hopping into the game, I'm gonna show you 2 different talent trees depending on your playstyle. Right here, I got a super aggressive playstyle talent tree. You see this right here? I took 4 points out of Enlightenment, which means 4% less stamina, intellect, and spirit, and I put them here. I put them into Blackout. Also, I didn't take a point for Blessed Recovery, so this is a super aggressive playstyle, which you want to play if you ever want to play with a mage, like Frost Mage, Discipline Priest in 2v2. That's where I would use this talent tree. It's just super good. You can spam Shadow Word Pain rank 1 and hope for a blackout. Or you can just do it once on the enemy Druid Healer, for example, and hope that he gets randomly stunned. It has a 10% chance every time it does damage, so that's a pretty good probability, right? You don't have Blessed Recovery, which means this one can't be despelled, you know? This one doesn't heal you up anymore a little bit against melee, so you will be a bit more vulnerable, right? You have increased dispel rates, but other than that, it's basically the same. You don't have Sudden Resolve 2 times, but it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. As I said, it's a super aggressive playstyle. You want to play it only with a mage. So, on the other hand, we have the more defensive playstyle, which I personally use in 3v3 arenas. We got 2 points in Sudden Resolve, which reduces the chance of your spells being dispelled whenever a shaman, for example, or priest decide to purge your Shadow Word, not Shadow Word, your Power Word Shield, or your Renew, or any other heart that you got. You don't have any blackout, you have no points in the Shadow Tree, but you have Blessed Recovery, okay? So what I was about to say about Blessed Recovery, you know, you use Prayer of Mending, you use Renew, you use Power Word Shield, and you use your buffs. These are all magic effects, right? Blessed Recovery is also a magic effect. So whenever you get crit, you get an extra buff on yourself, which the enemy DPS or healer player has to dispel off of you, instead of the Power Word Shield, which is your most powerful spell, together with Renew. So what most people don't know, that this is the main reason you want to pick it, not for the heal that it's doing, but for the extra magic effect on you. That's super important. So if you play average 3v3, like let's say, I don't know, you play with a rogue mage, you don't want to play super aggressive as a priest because your mates are obviously squishy. They're going to do the aggressive part for you. RMP, you're going to play this spec right here, because the rogue is going to be super angry if you stun the enemy healer on accident by Blackout, because his DR would be fucked up. Yeah, you're going to play this one right here. Let me show you again. Boom, you have it. All right, let's hop on to the next topic. So let's get right into the next topic. Gems, enchantments, professions, and stats. I'm going to be starting with the stats right now. You see my resilience is at 376. It's not because I'm bad and don't know what I'm doing. No, I preferably use PvE rings and back because look at those extra healing. Look at the extra spirit. It's insane. And if I know they're not going to focus me, I'm going to be wearing PvE gear. But if I know the enemies are going to be playing Rogue, Enhancer, Discipline Priest, and going to focus me and discipline me and kill me, I'm going to be wearing some PvP rings instead. No, I'm not stupid. So I will be having more than 400 resilience. Well, that's the whole reason. If I know they're just going to CC me, I'm going to be wearing some PvE rings to maximize my healing if I can heal, you know? And if you are starting TBC PvP in Season 1, you want to, you know, have a set piece. You want to have the double set piece bonus, right? You want 3 pieces of Mooncloth, preferably legs, shoulders, and head, or legs, chest, and head, and you want to have the satin shoulders and the satin hands. So you get the 2 set piece bonus again, the 35 resilience rating. So you have that 2 times. It's plus 70 resilience, which is very good for Season 1, where you struggle with resilience anyways. So let's move on to the gems. You see, I can combine this one actually with the hit rating that you need as well. You want 4% hit rating, and that's why I'm gemming hit in yellow. You see, I'm having some pretty bad gems right now. They're still green. I need some better ones, honestly. But I'm using as many gems as I need to get 4% hit rating. In the blue and red ones, you want 7 healing and MP5 because priest is always getting You want some MP5. That's pretty good stat. You can also choose just healing. You can also choose whatever you like. But the most important gems for me are spell hit, and if you're capped on that, you wanna maybe gem some more resilience. Yeah, let's talk more about professions though. Profession-wise, you want to be an engineer, either firstly because of the wild PvP that you can do with it, you know? You can throw some bombs around and stuff, you know, I don't care about that honestly. For Season 1, you mostly want it for the goggles that you can create, which you can craft, because they're gonna be super good until you have the actual gladiator helmet. Because the stats are just going to be insane, you know. If you can choose between some random honor gear, blue head, or some epic goggles, you want the epic ones, of course, right? And other than that, you want to choose enchanting as another profession, so you can enchant plus 20 healing or plus 12 spell damage and healing on your rings 2 times. So it's going to be plus 40 extra healing or 24 extra spell damage, which is pretty juicy, in my opinion, don't you think? Let's get over to enchantments. No, it's not about min-maxing. You really want them. They make a huge difference, okay? On your head, I don't have it right now because I'm, you know, a lazy ass. You want the glyph of renewal from Revered, Honor, Hold, or Thralmar. On your shoulders, you want the greater inscription of faith from the exalted Aldor. So keep in mind, if you want to play priest, you need to go Aldor. You want to have 20 spell pen on your back, 15 resilience on your chest, 15 spell damage on the wrist, whatever. 15 spell hit on the hands is super important, just as important as 20 spell pen. You want this. There's no way around it. You want this spell trade on your legs, and you want minus speed and 9 stamina on your feet. Those are not super important, but you still want everything enchanted. And oh yeah, obviously you want the best healing enchantment you can get on your main weapon, and then you're gonna be set to go and own some noobs in the arena. Let's talk a bit about the macros now. So if you look at my macros, oops, not that one, I don't even have that many macros. And I don't even have a group 1, 2, 3 macro, because for some reason it does not work for me in TBC. Enlighten me in the comment section if you somehow have found a macro that works in TBC, like party 1, 2, 3, whatever. I'm using the keybind section right here to target self, target party member 1, and target party member 2. I'm using a Razor Naga right now with the buttons on the sides. So I'm using the first button on the target member 2. which is going to be shown up at the top for me. I don't know how it is for you, but for me it's kind of the wrong way around. So target member 1 is button number 2, the middle one obviously, and target self is number 3 because I'm at the very bottom. So that's very, very important. You want your mouse buttons to be target 1 to 3, and you want it to be enemy 1 to 3, which are those macros right here. They're very simple in TBC, the macros are very simple, so look at this right now. Target Arena 1 is going to be button number 4. Target Arena 2 is number 5, the middle one, and Target Arena 3 is the right one. So yeah, very simple, very simple. Even my grandma could write this macro. Very simple. Another macro, Shadow Warrior Pain rank 1, in case you need it against rogues that want to re-stealth, or maybe a druid healer if you play with a mage in 2v2. The mage cannot party the druid, so you just spam some power with Shadow Warrior Pain on him to maybe get a blackout stun and then fear that druid. That would be the ideal scenario. And also, you want to have a power infusion macro, so in case somebody wants to dispel you, you automatically cast Fade on yourself as well when casting PI. So Fade rank 1 is a magic spell, just like Fade rank 6 or whatever. It's all the same. It's a magic spell that costs basically no mana, it's 36 mana. And watch what happens when I click it right now. Boom! I'm casting Fade on myself automatically. So if a mage or a resto shaman or discipline priest wants to like purge and dispel me right now, they first most likely have to dispel that Fade, because yeah, very important to have, because you want to have all of those spells on you, like Power Word, Shield, Prayer of Mending Renew. You don't want anything dispelled, so you want that Fade on yourself as much as possible. Even without the PI, you can always cast the Fade, so you have another magic spell on top of you, because you don't want anything of your big boy spells dispelled, because they cost a lot of mana and are crucial for your mates and your health. So if somebody dispels your power shield, oof, my boy, you are in a world of trouble. But that's all the macros that I have. I don't even have that many. I don't need a paint sub 1 2 3 macro. I'm not that sweaty, honestly. I'm just gonna focus my mate with my mouse 1 2 3 macro buttons, no macro. I don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. I need a PI 1 2 3 macro, no PS, just like that. I can handle it like this. It's fine, no problem at all. But you can decide how you'd like to do it. There's 1 2 3 macros for everything. If you have enough keybinds, just go for it. If you're comfortable with it, you can do it. I'm not gonna interfere. And right after the macros come the add-ons. What add-ons am I using? And if you're a little bit familiar with WoW and everything, you may be able to see that I'm using ElvUI right now. You may know ElvUI, you may know Took UI, the user interface add-ons, the multi-tool add-ons, I'd say, because of how many things you can do with those add-ons. Just look at this right now. Let's go on toggle anchors. Look what you can do, with this add-on. Just right-click anywhere and you are able to modify it. Bar 1 right here on the bottom, bar 2, rate frames. You can do everything, even your bag. You can make your bag like this, or you can make your minimap square and stuff like that. It's such a nice add-on. I advise you to do it if you want your game to look a little bit more modern, okay? If you want it to look more modern and clean and maybe a little bit more packed together and not everything all over the place, you want to download ElvUI, but you can also download like Bartender or everything that sets your that lets you modify your bars. That's the main reason I download ElvUI. It's just too nice. Like, I personally take 3 bars of spells and 1 big bar of spells that I'm clicking with my mouse that I don't need in combat. Like my mouse, my mount, or my food. Yeah, I don't need that too much in combat, so I'm just gonna make it big buttons and put it on the bottom. Yeah. What other add-ons do I use? I use interim bar. Let's look at this. /IB test. Alright, so if I want to fake cast and want to make a warrior interrupt me, I will be able to see when he uses his pummel, or the mage when he uses his counter spell, or the Warlock Pet Interrupt or whatever. And when I see this, I know, ooh, damn, I can free cast for 5 more seconds now because they have no interrupt whatsoever. I can just cast forever, you know? What other add-ons do I use? I use Gladius. Gladius, you know, bread and butter add-on is the must-have add-on. That Gladius test is this one. It's your arena frames. You see the DR of the enemies. Whenever somebody feared him, the next fear is not going to last for the full duration. You see whenever they use Ice Block or whenever they use a big cooldown, you see their trinkets, and you can modify it by just right-clicking on it, and yeah, just modify it at your liking. You know, it's a very, very nice add-on. You need it. You need it. And last but not least, I am using Gladiator Loza. That's an announcer add-on. Like whenever the enemy uses Ice Block, the announcer says Ice Block. And whenever the enemy uses Fear as a priest, the announcer says Psychic Scream. So you get my point. It's a very nice add-on too to have. And you can even modify it so it doesn't announce every spell. You can just make it announce super, very important spells like Ice Block and Bubble and whatever, man. Like Pain Sub. But other than that, you don't want everything announced like Shadowfiend or who cares, right? Who cares? So yeah, that's my add-ons that I use. I'm not using many add-ons, but I think the ones that I use are very, like the bread and butter add-ons. Super important ones, right? Get them. And now about downranking spells. You might have thought a little bit about it. What does he mean by that? Downranking spells means it's all about dispelling, okay? It's all about dispelling. Imagine an enemy, shaman or priest is dispelling you right now. And your main buffs are going to be gone, like Prayer of Spirit or whatever, and your main stamina buff. It's going to be gone, but you still want to cast like Power Shield on yourself. You still want to cast Prayer of Mending and Renew on yourself and everything. But don't want it instantly dispelled by the priest who's like spamming dispel on you right now. You want to cast rank 1 buffs on yourself. Like, look at this. It costs 18 mana. 18. You can spam this on your mates. You can spam this on yourself. And also the Shadow Word Protection. Shadow Protection is only 225 mana, which is acceptable. Same for the Spirit buff. So just spam that on yourself and your mates whenever they get super dispel, because dispel costs mana as well. The enemy is gonna lose more mana dispelling above that costs 18 mana than dispelling above that costs. How much does it even cost? Let's say 630 mana. Whew, that's insane. Or 612. That's so much mana wasted. If you would rebuff yourself with a full rank buffs, it would be super useless. Also, like downranking spells, like using the rank 1 Shadow Word Pain instead of 570 mana, it's only like 30 mana, or using the Holy Nova rank 1 to reveal, for example, a rogue who's around you, trying to reveal him. Oh, where's the rogue? Where's the rogue? Imagine how much mana I would use if I were to use the rank 7 Holy Nova. Look at my mana right now. Ooh, where's the rogue? Where's the rogue? Yeah, okay, I'm already at 75% mana. Oh, I'm already at 50% mana. Yeah, I'm gonna be cooked if I try to do that. So try to downrank in your games. That's super crucial into preserving your mana and winning your games, obviously. So I hope you learned something, my friend. And now I can show you some of my arena games and comment on them. And yeah, you may see some tips and tricks for 2v2 and 3v3. Okay, I'm gonna go to you right now. But before I forget it, use your Shadowfiend very wisely. Don't use it on anybody who has a shield on them. Don't use it on a mage with Ice Barrier. Don't use it on a warrior with Power Shield. Don't use it on anybody who has a shield. Preferably use the Shadowfiend on a naked warrior, or on a shaman, on a paladin, on a warlock, but don't use it on a mage who can just blink away or use Frost Nova accidentally. Don't use it on somebody, you know, with a shield. Probably not on the enemy discipline priest, because that's just going to be super useless. He's probably buffed anyways. And yeah, I think don't use it on a rogue. He has a high chance of dodging. So be very wise when it comes to your Shadowfiend. It's the only source of mana you have. And now, let's go. against Lock Rogue. It's a mirror match actually, because I'm having the same team composition. And here's the Rogue. Oof, oh boy, I got him. Boy, there's no chance against me, man. No chance whatsoever. So I'm gonna dispel that priest whenever he comes around that corner. Whenever this sneaky boy decides. Okay, I'm getting feared soon. Ooh, I'm getting feared. Okay, this priest has done a great job LOSing me so far. Thinking that blind. If I'm getting feared now and I can PS that rope, he's gonna be cooked. Okay, now I'm in a good position to finally purge this boy off of his crimes. But I'm getting feared instantly, man. I'm getting feared instantly. But it's gonna be fun. Boom! Put fear on that big boy and big damage on that rogue. I'm feared again and my rogue is in danger. So yeah. Oop. Nobody can kick me though. Nobody can kick me. Looking good so far. He's spelling everybody. He's spelling menace. He's spelling galore. Ooh, 10-second fear. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna lay back and take a little nap. While this rogue is dying, and he's dead. Very nice. Another fear. And I think my rogue is not gonna die to that. He's gonna be good to go. He's gonna be good. Yeah. I'm silenced, but I'm not completely interrupted. My rogue is cloaking. He has a big cloak. A big black cloak. And that's gonna be it soon. My boy tries to mana burn me. No way, my boy. I got way more mana than you. You have no idea. Can't even burn that much mana, my boy. And I still got a Shadowfiend on top of that. So, we'll just use it. We'll just use it. That was a good game. Very nice. That was a very long game, actually. So, GG! So I'm commentating over this game right now. I'm not playing it live. But I played this game like 2 days ago, buffing each other up before the game starts, because the buffs would persist through the opening of the gates. And playing against Druid Warrior, what you want to do, it's one of the most famous comps in TBC 2v2, you want to stay on your mound and let your mage peel this warrior as much as he can, so he's basically forcing the Druid to come out. And when he comes out, you're gonna jump on him and fear him. Look what's happening now. Boom. Big fear on this guy. And this is the point where you want to damage the warrior with your mage together. So my mage kind of messed up his go, but I'm gonna remove that. I can't do it because I was Cyclone. I was about to remove that spell reflect with the Shadow Word Pain rank 1, but I didn't though. So warrior gets party for a second, everything gets a little bit reset, and I'm gonna fear that druid. So that's the go now, that's the go. Now we can do some extra damage on that warrior. My mage is gonna burst any second now, I think. And a lot of damage will be put onto that warrior. My boy has spell reflect, which I could not remove, I think. And he's running back to his druid like it's his mommy and he's crying in her arms. So my boy is on me right now, so my mage needs to sheep him because druid is unable to dispel magic. So I can just sit back and slowly heal myself back up. And I'm gonna fear that druid again. And then it's again time for a good go on that warrior. Now mage is bursting, you see him burning, he has the Skull of Gul'dan, I think. And now it's time for bursting. Yeah, it's gonna be time for some big boy damage, some big boy dispels, and some big boy GGs. Because that druid will not be able to heal him up for a long time anymore. Dispel, dispel, dispel. No spell reflect for you anymore, big boy. And now just a little bit damage is missing. My mage had blocked offensively, so he didn't get CC'd, and that's GG. That was a good game. And with that being said, thank you for watching. This was my first guide ever, so let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Like if you liked it, and subscribe if you really liked it. And if you don't like it, we can argue in the comments, but really, we don't have to do it, just subscribe, okay? Just subscribe. I wish you a nice day. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.